feel like my face looks red all of a sudden. Well, I was listening to this was a few years back. I was listening to a talk by Alan Watts, whom, by the way, drastically uh, changed my life. But he was talking to, I don't remember if he was talking to an audience about a conversation that he has or has had with college students, or if he was actually talking to college students. But he was basically saying that oftentimes he's approached and he's asked, you know, what should I do with my life? And his reply was something to the effect of, um, what would you do if money were no issue? I think it would be foolish of me to think that nobody will argue that and be like, that's stupid. And if that's your stance, I think I get it. Like, I get it. It's, you need money. I get it. But, there's that work life balance, right? I hear people say all the time about people with tons of money that they're not happy for whatever reason. Well, I mean, I've been thinking that about how money is no guarantee as far as doing something that you love. So it's like, when do you decide, generally speaking, like what's the rule on when to pursue your passion, your purpose? And it's like there's at least two steps, if not more. But the first thing that must be done is the search within to find out what you like. Like, what do I like? Uh I like thinking. I like philosophy. Some people may say I'm a pseudo philosopher, and I might agree. But I like thinking. I like comedy. I like making people laugh. And I don't know how to make money doing those things. Of course, I have a desire to live the life of a comedian or of a scholar, like that's well respected. But if I'm honest with myself, it might not happen. So what then? What do I think about that thought of doing what you need or doing, what you want to do, assuming money is not an issue? Now, of course, it's like, I got to work my regular job and see to it, that there's a good balance for anybody. You got to make sure that what you do for a living doesn't take too much from you, and then find time in your personal life to do the things that resonate with you on a deeper level. Like, eventually, I just decided to pick this up. I mean, I thought about it for years actually before I before I started doing it. It's like Les Brown said. Again, I'm probably gonna screw it up, but you know, the hardest thing that he ever had to do was to convince himself that he could do it, if I remember correctly. And man, that's true. The prison of the mind is no joke, man. Like, I am just beginning to get out of it. I am just beginning to see outside of the box and be willing to go for it. And like when I think about my life and where it's going, like how far I've lived so far, I feel like there's almost no choice. It's either do this because this is what I want to do, even if I don't get paid. For now, we'll see in due time what changes. But I watch a lot of nature videos, and I see that in the wild, you know, um, animals find themselves in situations where it can get emotional. But what I've come to realize is, and not fully, not all the way, like I understand it intellectually, but I'm not 100% in harmony as far as application goes. But in a lot of these circumstances, running does no good. It just delays that moment. And so the only thing that I feel can be done, and even then, like sometimes, like there's not even a chance. There's no fight. So if you got to decide what's your situation. Is there a fight? If there's not a fight, like there's no chance. Like you can fight, but you don't have a chance. Like, are you gonna try? Are you gonna try anyways, or are you just gonna lay down? And it's like, I think the argument can be made for both sides, but uh, man, I've heard somebody on YouTube talking about it was a movie review, and again, for copyright issues, I don't know what I can say. I would love to give this person credit, and I would love to talk about the movie, but I'm not too sure about that yet, the rules. But basically, the idea was nothing is guaranteed, and the only thing you can do is fight the good fight. Like, I will say this one thing he said, and I don't know if this is something he made up or if he got it somewhere. Might even be able to quote his channel actually. But he said, dutifully, dutifully, obeying the law possesses no guarantee. I think the channel is Logos Made Flesh. He does movie reviews. Check him out. I hope that's the correct channel. I hope I didn't just credit the wrong channel. And I think a line from the movie that is similar to that is, and you might know the movie by this statement. Um, if the rule you followed brought you to this, of what use was the rule? Now, I don't know about you, but that speaks on many levels. And it's like, there's really, it's like, you just gotta gamble it. Like, like Big Chris said, life is a gamble. I love that song. Can't remember the title of the name or the title of the album. Great album, at least from my perspective. Big Crit, Bigkrit. He speaks to me. Um, but anyways, yeah, kind of lost my point for a second. Um, I don't know, man. Just pursuing your passion, even if the rule you follow led you to this, or what use was the rule? Like, if your passion led you to a dead end, of what good was your passion? But there's a dead end anyways, waiting for us all. Like many people say, if there's something after this, that's a bonus round. I'm not talking about that with anybody right now. I ain't telling you nothing. But right now, though, there's a dead end waiting. So, like in those nature videos, you decide, run or do what you can. Um, if you appreciated this content, hope it wasn't too cynical or nihilistic. Hopefully, it was more inspiring than it was anything else. Uh, until next time.